Hey guys, Unfrequented World, and man do I look weird in infrared. I just wanted to show you guys the capabilities of this camcorder in infrared. It looks okay when I'm standing here talking to you guys, but in terms of actually seeing the bush, it sucks. I'm going to show you guys, we're going to go get a trail camera right now. It's not even full dark yet, so it'll be pretty dark in the bush, and we won't be able to see 15 feet with this camcorder. So what I've done is I've gone ahead and ordered a 10 watt 850 nanometer infrared flashlight, and I'm going to mount it on the hot shoe on top of the camera, and we're going to use that. We should be able to see out 30 or 40 feet then with a proper light. I was on the back deck last night. I couldn't see 15 feet with just this. I think it's only a 1 watt light on these Sony camcorders. There, the garage light just kicked on. Let's get outside and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So here's regular lighting. As we head into the bush, you're not going to be able to see too much. And then when we switch to, it's not bad right now because, like I say, it's only 8:30. It's not full dark yet. I'll show you guys in full dark as well. I just want to grab that trail camera tonight, so. Yeah, it's that time of year. Geese are starting to head out. So in a dusky dawn kind of situation, the infrared, I mean, it's okay. It's kind of lighting up the forest, not half bad. But the camera has to be on manual focus the whole time. Otherwise, it's just in and out, in and out. But I mean, we can see out there probably 50 feet. Okay, here we are. So this trail camera's been out over a week. I don't know if there's anything on it, but we're sure gonna check it. I've read pretty much every case file there is regarding Bigfoot that I could get my hands on over the years. And I noticed a trend, a few of them talk about living in the swamps and actually swimming. I don't know if they're talking about living. There are some of them that are talking about Bigfoot diving into swamps. Some other reports were mentioning, people seeing Bigfoot at night and stuff, run down to a lake, jump into the water, not resurface. What are the chances? What is the chance that this thing is aquatic as well? I don't know. Could it go under the banks on the side of rivers? I mean, there are lots of places that you would, if you were trying to hide, I mean, what about old beaver lodges and things that have been abandoned? I think about things like that. That would be a good hiding spot for an animal if they could get inside there, right? So, is there any truth to that? I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Could Bigfoot be aquatic or partially aquatic? More geese coming through. Yeah, it's that time of year. That's a good thing that it's that time of year, because soon enough we're going to be able to drone over the forest and see hopefully more than we can now. Right now all we see are green leaves, right? So it's kind of pointless. And another thing I wanted to do, I was going to do it last night, but there's no point, is put the drone up after dark. Because after talking with my dad up at camp the other week, it made me think about lights in the swamps and things like that. And I just thought, if we had the drone up, maybe we would see some of these swamp gases or lights that people are talking about. The problem with that is the drone footage would be boring as hell. You wouldn't see anything. You would just be over a dark forest. So there's no real point in doing that, but I just thought maybe that would be a good way to see those lights is via droning. And then when we get on the subject of droning, guys keep talking to me about thermal or night vision drones. Yeah, I mean, it would be fantastic to have that, guys, but You gotta have some deep pockets for that, and this guy doesn't have deep pockets for toys like that. My wife would string me up, so one thing at a time. I could afford the $20 flashlight that I ordered. To get close to my yard here, I'm about 100 yards back out of my backyard. Somewhere in here is that ground nest of wasps. I don't remember exactly where it was, so I'm just trying not to go the same route the day I got stung. Yeah, it's a little thick through here, but I'd rather go through thick than get stung a dozen times again. So this is not my normal route into the backyard. But I'm guaranteeing that I'm not going to get stung, I hope. There, we made it. With a little bit of light left to spare. I'll turn the camera back on and show you guys once full dark hits here how useless the infrared on the Sony camcorder is with only 1 watt. Just for comparison, that's regular light right there. So I mean, the infrared does help when it's not full, complete dark. You can actually see the outline of the house and stuff there. But wait until full dark and then you'll see. Okay, so it is full on dark out. And I'll show you guys the bush line here with normal light. You can't see a thing. Let's put it on night mode. There, it's on night mode, and you still can't see a thing. You can just barely make out a tree, and that tree is about 20 feet away. Good news, however, I threw that trail camera on the computer. The SD card took a look at maybe 10 of the clips. There's like 60 clips on there. I saw coyotes, I saw the fox, mother deer, and my 2 twin fawns are both on there, and a skunk. And I don't know what else because there's another 50 clips, so stay tuned for those. I'll put that in this video as well. You guys can check that out. It's pretty cool stuff. And notice the quality of that camera. That's the Browning camera. Compared to some of the other clips that I've been showing you guys, which are coming from the knockoff cameras, the free ones that they send me all the time, check out the nice 1080 quality on that Browning camera. It looks like 1080 video, and that's the way it should be. You guys let me know what you think about all of the other strange paranormal things that we could be looking into. These lights. I've really been thinking about these lights that my dad talks about seeing. And, you know, he mentions that all of his friends, and my uncles have talked about this years ago, they all have stories. And I have seen orange orbs myself with my own eyes. So I know this is a real thing. And I know it wasn't some swamp gas. This was out over a lake. This is a real thing. Is it a living thing? I don't know. I'd be interested in trying to find or get some footage on other things as well as Bigfoot. Anything weird and out of the ordinary. If you know, but let me know what you guys want to see. We could plan some adventures just to look for lights. I could ask my dad, you know, back in the day, where were you guys camped? Where were you? I think he said they were sucker fishing. You know, we could probably go and in the spring, do our own trip for suckers and just see what we find. So if you guys are interested in seeing that, let me know. I actually did look at night vision scopes. They went $1,000 for the FLIR Model 2 or whatever it was, and everybody said it sucked. So I don't want to drop $1,000 on something that's got one use for me, and it's not a very good product. So you have to keep in mind that it'd be great to go film. I would love to go film the swamp right now, put my drone up and go out there, but you can't see trees coming at the drone at night, so you'd have to be way up there, and all you would have is a recording of black, right? Unless we did happen to see some lights, which would be cool, but I mean, I don't know what the chances are of finding something like that, and the risks are just super high. And it's the same thing with everyone keeps telling me to drop the drone down into the swamp. Well, the risks are super high because sometimes the drone loses contact with the GPS system, and then it kind of wants to drift around on its own. And if you're within 20 feet of a tree or something, you know, that's the end of the drone. So I have to be really careful with the equipment I have. I am trying to get down and get shots that are usable. And you'll see in this upcoming drone section at the end of this video, I did get quite a bit lower, 9 meters. So there were trees, you know, that we could have hit, but I could see what was going on for the most part. It's hard to see that screen, the phone screen, in the direct sunlight, but I am taking chances where I can. So I'm giving you what I can, guys. I don't want to go too crazy here because I'm not buying another drone when this one dies.